Hello, everyone. I'm Everton de Oliveira, Professor Agua, and a founding member of the Groundwater Project. As we know, we currently have about 900 volunteers working with us. That is amazing how the hydrogeology community helps itself to make it bigger and to help the world to become a better place. As we all know, the groundwater related people, groundwater is very important. And then if we make groundwater as important in the minds of people that don't realize groundwater is so important, we're leaving our mark in the world. So please help us today to spread the news. Our books, as you know, we're preparing books here. We have people translating from into more than 40 languages already. Please translate into your mother language. It's important that people read books into their own language because it's faster and it's easier for them to learn. Our original books are in English, but if you could put an effort and put the books into your language, you do a great job to make the world a better place. Our books, as you know, they're all for free. So visit our website and download the books. This is very important, the amount of books that we have, okay? So on behalf of the Groundwater Project, I would like to thank all of you for making groundwater visible. So important. This is our second edition of the event, and our main theme is groundwater, invisible stories. Follow us on social media. Today, you'll see a great example about that. We are on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp. Share our posts and like them. This is so important. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your participation will help give the importance that groundwater deserves. Today's sessions will discuss groundwater and people, and you will have fun and learn, and probably will become inclined to participate as well, okay? We have the pleasure to bring you two specialists today, friends that I made through the internet, hydrogeologists as myself. First one is Luka Vucinic. He's from Montenegro. He recently finished his PhD in hydrogeology and environmental engineering at Trinity College, Dublin, in Ireland. Before this PhD research focused on groundwater quality and pollution impacts in karst environments. He did his master's in environmental science, also at Dublin, and in geology and hydrogeology at the University of Belgrade in Serbia. He also worked several years in the environmental consulting and energy industry. Our second specialist today, our friend Antoine Serhal, Tony Serhal. He's a qualified professional karstologist. He's from Lebanon. And he's a hydrogeologist training with 16 years of experience in groundwater resources exploitation, aquifer management, and groundwater engineering, involving the private and governmental sectors. Significant project experience has been gained in technical design, consultancy, supervisory works, and project management for public and private sectors in Middle East countries, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Pakistan. He dedicated to advocate professional thinking, sharing of knowledge, and continuous learning, and to promote public awareness through community education for the protection and preservation of groundwater resource for future generations. Very, very good and very important. And it's very interesting that he mentioned that in his CV. And you will see how those guys are doing a difference. Before the presentation, I would like to thank our sponsors. Without them, this noble endeavor would not be possible. Please consider sponsoring our project. Make a donation. Every help counts because the world needs water, groundwater. Our sponsors are G360 in Canada, Hydroplan in Brazil, TDS Saudi Arabia, Aardvark, ACOM, Equenti, Blue Metric, the C3 Group, Well Water Services, GeoEnviro Pro, Golder, GSI Environmental, KGS Group, MTE, Solinst, Princeton Groundwater, SS Papadopoulos, Waterloo Barrier, Aqua Insight, Ken Pipe, Conrad Well Drilling, Synergel in Italy. And we have also our supporters that are very important. If you have an institution that you would like to add your logo here and help distribute our material, please do so. Our supporters are Hydrogeologists Without Borders, Instituto Água Sustentável, Water Research Commission, Groundwater Division, GSSA, and we have partnership with GRIP. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Now we're gonna go to our session, which is groundwater and people. And I would like to introduce you first, our two friends. Please welcome Luka. Present your welcome to our public, please. And you, Tony, as well, please. You can open your microphone now. Luka.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Everton. Hi, Luka. Thank you for the introduction.
Very good, very good. We thank you for your participation. Now we're going to move into the presentation. The presentation will be followed. They both are going to present. Luka's going first, Tony second, and then we'll have a chat that I'm pretty sure you enjoy and you will learn. Good experience. It's always welcome, and you'll be tempted to join us in the group that they created. Thank you. Luka, your turn, please.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Everton and the Groundwater Project, for inviting Tony and me to talk about this hydrogeology Facebook group that we created many years ago. And I'm going to start a little bit about the history of the group. So I created this Facebook group in 2008 while I was still a student at the University of Belgrade with a few of my colleagues, other students and researchers from the same department. So we simply started this group not knowing what will bring, because back at the time, the Facebook was kind of was getting more and more popular. Before that, it was like MySpace was the thing, really. And one day, I was just looking through the Facebook groups, and I realized there is no hydrogeology group. So I wasn't really putting any kind of thinking or anything. I just created one and invited my friends, my colleagues, who were my Facebook friends at the time, and we started from there. And in those kind of early days, we had less than 50 members in the beginning, and we used this group to advertise, to chat between each other, but also to advertise some kind of events, mostly on the local scale, because that was the type of the group at the time. And some of our gatherings, not necessarily formal ones, but also informal, going to pub and this kind of thing. So it was kind of fun, but it was very different type of group than today. So in the first few years, we had slow growth, so to say, of this group, but colleagues from all over the world started to join. So we were still very, very small group by any means, and we were communicating together and making new friends, connecting with all these friends from all around the world. We exchange our ideas, give each other advices and information about hydrogeology. And also we use this group to share learning materials as well as publications. For example, if someone didn't have access because of the paywall to certain publication and really wanted to read, he would ask in the group if anyone has or can provide him that publication and send over the email. And the group was kind of working well with that regard in the first few years. But then the group started to grow and grow, and now really kicked off in the last few years with so many new members and many colleagues from all over the world joined. A little bit later, I will show the configuration of our group and how many People from different parts of the world are present, and we are experiencing really rapid growth of the group. This means that there is much more work for the admins of the group in terms of dealing with spam messages and removing scammers, which happens in every group. That's not only just to share and do something positively for the community, but also, so a lot of new admins joined with so many, and we, at least I get so many new friends through that process. And at the moment, we have a lot of different posts and a lot of activity on the daily basis, but also on the weekly basis. So, 2022, we have almost 26.4 thousand members. And as you can see on this chart, we are experiencing really rapid growth. So you can see we added several thousand of new members just in the last month, 2 months or so. So really, really rapid growth, unlike that was before. And in the last 3 months, this is also a chart from Facebook that Facebook gives these analytics of each group. The majority of these members were active members, so they saw posts or interacted in some kind of way in the group. So like almost more than 20,000 members were groundwater problems. The groundwater knowledge needs to be shared and spread. So populous countries, or the countries with the significant populations but a lot of groundwater problems. So that's not a surprise either to see so many people from these places joining and being the most active members of the group. And great things are happening as well in the group. I just removed the names and photos of the people to see, and because I don't have the permission, although some of those are my posts, but just to be consistent. So people are using this group not just to share and exchange materials, but to help each other, especially in these kind of challenging times, in times of war. The Facebook community and the community in our group really want to help the people who are flying from the war zones, trying to hire them and give them a fresh start or a place to work during these troublesome times. And also many organizations are taking advantage of the uniqueness of this group and so many people in one place. So they simply advertise or give an opportunity for people to apply and get certain materials, get something that will support them, like the people from the National Groundwater Association, as you can see in the post here. And also we are using this to spread the information about the groundwater project last year and this year as well. There are several posts, and hopefully, as we can see from the informations that are available to us who are administrators, hopefully a lot more people will find out about all these opportunities, different organizations, what these organizations are offering, and especially about groundwater project, because of the importance of sharing these books and translating them to as many languages as possible. And also another few examples of me and Tony posting and giving people an opportunity to either sign and take part in some kind of great initiatives from the community, and also learn or watch certain webinars and participate, take these advantages from what we got from, unfortunately, this pandemic, that a lot of these events are now hosted by Zoom, so a lot of people can join from all over the world, which is maybe one of the few things that came out good from this chaos in the last 2 years. And what I would like to end this presentation is really the message that this group is here to help and serve the hydrogeology community. So if you think that this group can help you in any way, please reach out to us, and we will be happy to help you and to find a way to facilitate what your needs or ideas might be, and work with you to spread whatever kind of information or initiative you might have in mind.
Very good. Thank you very much, Luka. Quite interesting, the trajectory that you produced that, and the results today can be seen. And I hope we can make a good, partnership with your initiative.
I hope too. I'm looking forward to it really, because I believe with the configuration of the group, the number of people, and from those places of the world where these people are coming from, those are the people that maybe need the most the what Groundwater project is offering: free books, free knowledge, and also to give back something to the community through translating these books into their languages.
I agree. Thank you. We'll come back to that. Now I'd like to bring to all of us Tony. Tony, please, your turn now. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Luka, for the swift presentation and the many information that you just presented. I don't have any slides, Everton, to show, but I will touch on the last aspect that mainly Luka was talking about. It's the hydrogeology community. The group is now over almost 26,000 plus members. And as Luka presented, they all come from different countries across the world. Not all of them are hydrogeologists or groundwater engineers, or even, let's say, coming from a scientific background, but their interest in hydrogeology and knowing and wanting to learn what hydrogeology is, what groundwater is, this is very encouraging for the community in general. At the same time, it's really interesting when you engage with the posts on the group, just to see people from different culture, what kind of responses they give, what kind of information they try to share. It's really important when they say, let's say, I'm not going to name the countries itself, but someone asks a question about a certain document or a certain reference, and you see people giving references from their own scientists, from the local scientists. Let's say someone from East Asia, they give references for their own authors. People from Europe, they give authors references from their. So this is good. This is really enriching the groundwater group. In other sense, it's like it's not only a certain bias for the source of information. The information is there. We have so many hydrogeologists, so many enthusiasts that are actually willing to contribute to the knowledge of groundwater and the dissemination of information all over the globe. Personally, I try to engage myself just to on the level of try to eliminating spam, because it's really harmful to see. And the good thing is that sometimes people in the group actually they report certain spam or certain unnecessary language and certain harassing language in certain replies, even though the replies are to some extent they are in the scientific context, but the way the words are stated, they are not in a proper way. And also it's very interesting to inform other people that maybe in the culture of the person who is replying, this is how they reply. So it's very hard to manage a global group, at the same time to maintain your standards, your culture, your knowledge, your appreciation of the words or the selection of the. So this is really interesting to touch on. On the scientific level, as Luka mentioned, we try our best to advocate for groundwater, try to disseminate the knowledge, try to share webinars, any free books that are available for download, the posts for the groundwater project as well. And we try to engage people, reply to their queries, try to assist them in the best way ever, and also at the same time trying to control the way that the message can be conveyed if someone answers a certain question by referring, let's say, to a certain YouTube channel or a certain post on YouTube. We try to inform them that not all the information present on YouTube or somewhere else is the right information. I'll give one example. Lately, someone was asking about a terameter SAS unit. They want to use the resistivity equipment for a certain project. And he got an answer to look for YouTube how to use the equipment. So I had to jump in at the moment and request for the person who replied on the post if he has any knowledge of using the equipment. If someone is trying to purchase the equipment, and he refers to a YouTube post that teaches him how to use the equipment, and he ends up in a terrain that he cannot use the equipment properly. There's no penetration depth. There's all those ambiguities that come with the resistivity and geophysical investigation. Then it will be a useless investment in the money. So we need to be very careful how to address also the answers, not even on my part, but also on the community's part. So this is part of learning. It's also a learning process along the way, and really encourage people to join us all the time, engage, share their information, and try to assist and help each other. This is what I want to convey today, Everton, and hopefully we have our numbers increased in the group and more interaction with the public again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Quite interesting what you're presenting here. Well, guys, we share some, some objectives. We want to make groundwater a better science and to bring good information to everybody. I have a first question for you. How is language a problem within the group? What is the main language, and do you take other languages, or English is the only one who is accepted?
Well, I would like to thank Tony for really giving a great overview of this group. When the group was started, English was the main language. But back then, Facebook was a different thing. Facebook didn't offer back then the automatic translation option. So back then, we asked for the members to English to be the main language of the group. However, now, since I don't know exactly when, but several years ago, Facebook introduced the automatic translation, which is not always the best translation, but it's good enough, and they're improving their algorithms all the time. So at this present time, anyone can post in any language, and the translation will be there for everyone who wants to read in any kind of language. If you want in English, if that's by your default settings in Facebook, you will get those translations in English. If you are from Brazil, you might get it in Portuguese. So the language of the group, those kind of barriers are smaller and smaller. And the key thing is what Tony also said, to put things and to leave things that are relevant to the group, to reduce spam. And Tony has been amazing in the last years with his work and how much he engaged with the community, how much help he offered to the community. To be honest, way more than me. I was trying to make things informed, but not always engaging them or providing them answers. But there are so many people in the group who are providing those answers, and whoever enters in the group and sees, you'll see that Tony is always there, ready to help, from students with their questions and assignments to this kind of issues that he mentioned with the purchasing of equipment. So it's just we need more people engaged like this in the group, just like you need more people working with groundwater project. So that's the continuous effort. That's the thing that we need to keep talking about, so more people actually engage and do this kind of some kind of like community service for the hydrogeology community, something that takes a little bit of your time, but to someone over there from some part of the world, that kind of like 10-15 minutes of your expertise and time and putting effort to explain things can mean so much more.
I totally agree. Hey, Tony, before we jump in some more technical ideas, I would like you to bring to us, you and of course Luka, some interesting stories that you've seen, because in these years there might be so many interesting stories, like people asking to answer, assignments, for example. They're cheating through Facebook. So what is could you tell us some of the interesting stories, please? Because you might have so many.
I will start with the latest. Actually, it's the most important post that we had lately on the group, when someone was reaching out for any vacancies to acquire the expertise and try to hire Ukrainian hydrogeologists. And this was really touching post on the group. I immediately outreached for the person. I said, okay, you have some CVs, please forward those CVs, and we can as well see where we can assist those hydrogeologists, because many of them actually lost, they relocated to other countries, and maybe they want to look for a job. So this is part of the group's mission, is to assist and help, especially in times of war, while we try to reach out. At the same time, as you mentioned, Everton, as we were talking when we were offline, it's really amazing when people and actually students start texting you and sending you private messages that they don't want to post on the group, and they request that you can assist them in certain exercise and homeworks, excuse me. So you end up like spending hours solving those homeworks for them. By the time that you already done that, let's say 15, 16 years ago, when you were still undergraduate student. And it's really helpful, because you teach, it's not only solving the questions for them. I always provide them with the references and the technical know how to approach the solution. It's been recurrently happening. Every now and then I get private messages to assist. Probably they spread the message to each other. Like someone tries to ask a question and he gets a response. So they spread the message. Oh, listen, like we have this admin who's helping us a little. And they always, they don't even ask for any charges or fees. This is the funny part of it. But yeah, it's always for free. The information is for free. And we help as much as we can.
That's quite interesting. Exactly. I see people studying today, and then these communities help a lot because they're helping each other, and they don't even know where the answers are coming from, right? Some of them, they just participating and interacting. This is quite interesting how you can spread knowledge using the internet, and you're doing a good job because you have so many. Actually, I have a question for you. Now you have a larger community than most I've seen, or IAH, for example, the professional association, or groundwater project. We have lots as well, but it's harder to count because we have different groups, not like yours, right? But what do you think of that? Are you impressed of the reach that you have today?
It's really, I mean, like few years back, as Luka mentioned, the group was much smaller than the current number, and it was like going at a very fast rate. The numbers were increasing every day. Like you have to handle at least 50 applications just to screen. As I said, not most of them are hydrogeologists or groundwater engineers or even have a scientific background. But at least we have like university students. This is the on average, this is the maximum number of outreach for the people joining the group. They are university students who are eager to learn and to know and to engage more on those topics. For the group size, I think it will serve as a platform to disseminate the groundwater information across the globe, mainly because most of the users they come from Africa. I've seen the culture is different in terms of groups. I mean, like, I don't know back there in Brazil, Everton, if it is a common practice so that people can join many groups. But I believe that in Nigeria, in Ethiopia, in other African countries, it becomes as a culture to join the groups and engage in the groups. And it's really good for the health of the knowledge dissemination aspect of the works. So within this group, the hydrogeology group, once you have a post, if you have a statement on groundwater, by the time you are posting it, actually, there will be like thousands of people who are already active on the group, and they start clicking on the link, and you can see the numbers rise. And day by day, the number of posts that has reached the group members will be increasing over time, and it's like exponential growth of the outreach. It's really helpful. Lately, I was discussing with Luka if it is okay to post those the webinar invitations, and just to see, because mainly not all the hosting servers can handle, let's say, 3,000, 4,000, 1,000 applicants who want to attend a seminar. So we're just trying bits and pieces just to see how it works. Because with 25,000, if you expect 10% will join a certain webinar, you are talking about 2,500 participants. If they join on a certain host, maybe the host will not be able to handle the loads. So this is really critical for the host servers to have, like, let's say, a certain post that is publicly available for anyone to join. We are still testing this now, and we will see the results, and hopefully we can share with you at this level.
It's very good, very good. So I have the same impression as you. I've been working with associations. I was the president of the Brazilian Association, and I'm the president of the chapter here. And I have some. I was always questioning the organization of associations, of professional associations, because people today, younger professionals, they're not willing to pay for association anymore. It's very hard to increase. You see the numbers are almost steady. The growth is very small. But on the other hand, people are used to see things on the internet because information are there. All the information is there. My idea is that creating the groundwater project, and that's why I think our cooperation will be very, very fruitful, is actually seeing and finding ways of creating these new structures, not a structure that it's coming from above and everybody has to, top down rules, but something that we can get participation of people, and they have engagement like you have in your group, right? Because people can offer solutions, because you put a question and someone would pick and help. So what do you have any plans for that on top? Because I agree with you. If we could reach many people on events like the one that we have in here, and you mentioned something that comes to our mind. We're having this recording sessions. First, because throughout the world it's very hard to find a good timing that everybody can participate on live. And second is server. It's hard to get a host with everybody at the same time, right? So do you have ideas? It's just a brainstorm here. Please, Luka, you're out. Now your turn.
Yeah, there was some kind of connection issues. Yeah, like in terms of the group, when we started the group, we really didn't think about what this group will become. Nobody expected this, but now since we see what this group can do, we are learning along the way and seeing the opportunities along the way. The more opportunities there are, great. The more opportunities for people to share and spread the word to so many people that are not member of organizations. They might not have money to pay for the organizational fees, or they don't want to join this kind of conventional organization. Or maybe they're not even hydrogeologists. Maybe there are people interested and they have a local problem concerning groundwater, and they just want to learn more or get an advice about it. So it's an opportunity for groundwater project, an opportunity for those kind of organizations that are still based on the fees and memberships to reach out to people and to show what those organizations are offering. And if we reach to as many people as we can all together with, of course, different goals and different ideas, I think we can not just make groundwater more visible, but we can also help people and communities who have groundwater problems, or young early career professionals, or maybe even someone to pick hydrogeology and to become the we have different ways how we can spread the information about hydrogeology and groundwater, and how we can make a positive impact in the world. Someone will say, yeah, maybe, like it's just a Facebook group. It's true, but it's a Facebook group of so many people, and we can do so much about it and so much with this group. So if anyone wants to use this group, they are very welcome, even if they're offering something commercially and they want to advertise it. That's not regarding us. That's not the problem. We want everyone to get out there, to reach people and see what can get out of it. Really.
Yep. Tony, you want to add something?
Okay. I think, as Luka mentioned, if anyone who is interested in sharing information, using the Facebook group to disseminate knowledge, particularly in groundwater and hydrogeology, this is an open group for anyone to post it. At the same time, I believe that from the groundwater project perspective, in terms of reaching out, disseminating the knowledge, and trying to get as much as outreach for the books that the project is trying to translate into different languages. With this large community that we have, I think it will be intriguing and really exciting for let's say, for certain speakers of a certain language. If I may say, for the Arabic region, it will be good to reach out for all those who speak Arabic and try to probably form a certain group who can assist and coordinate in the translation of the books of, let's say, at least to the local community in their countries. And this can also apply also to the Indian continent as well. So in India, they can, by, let's say, nominating the prominent hydrogeologists in India and trying to bring them on board, trying to outreach also with the researchers over there, this would be very helpful. The same applies also for hydrogeology in Nigeria and in Ethiopia, where there is really a challenge, let's say, in Nigeria, when it comes to the pollution of groundwater resources due to surface pollution, at the same time due to the lack of groundwater resources in Ethiopia, and with the construction of the new dam, how it might affect the water resources downstream from the dam. So it will be really good to engage all those people and the public, try to educate about the groundwater project, try to furnish the needed tools in terms of community education, the books that are out there, how they can assist in their problems, and how to make use of them into your own community language, and try to outreach to the communities who cannot, who are not able to speak also English. So it is really important to form those, let's say, if we can call them like pressure groups or pressure professionals, mainly early career hydrogeologists, or just normal people who wish to help. They don't really have to be groundwater engineers. The only control or the quality check can be from a certain groundwater engineer or hydrogeologist, just to reuse the certain scientific terms, and it will be a smooth way down the road. So I think this is the most helpful way that we can assist the groundwater project in.
I agree with you. I would like to add something. You have very good point there, and I like these ideas. What I've been always trying to bring to the groundwater project is that the most important thing for the project is not that we feel that it's a bunch of old guys with lots of information and just bringing them to everybody. Is that locally, we have many people with very good ideas and very good knowledge. And so it's important that we can have this information coming and not only spreading knowledge, but learning from everybody as well. So we can get that going. So my one of the points that we would like to do in your group, and now the groundwater project is going to be a part of it, a real part of it, because you were sharing, but now we can work together, which will be very good, is that, for example, if someone gets a book from the groundwater project, or someone who feels he can write another book in the same subject, he has some ways of explaining things that he thinks is better, it's fine, we can publish. Our idea is to offer different views of the science, so we can spread even more the information. It's not like we have one book and we're not going to allow the others to publish. Not only that, since you have this experience of engagement and participation, one thing that I think is very important, and I would like to see if people from the group that are watching this interview today could give us ideas, is pick a book. of the groundwater project because they're free. And they might suggest some illustration because some people are very good with drawings and seeing things, or very short videos. Short, I mean 15 seconds or 20 seconds because it's too heavy. It's hard to, people don't watch too long. But like explanation of groundwater, examples that could be used as links into the book. If the illustrations are nice, the author would be willing to include that into the book, and the person who created the illustration will be referenced. So it's good for their careers and their CV. And it's good for everybody because people, the more we have brains thinking, the best the result for everybody. So that's the idea. And if I'm just putting this suggestion for you and see what you think.
Yes, there are plenty of ideas. I believe that after we finish our talk here, I will try to reach out to Luka and try to brainstorm on the different ways that we can assist, and different ways that we can engage also the group members who are always active. Just to probably like through a poll event, what kind of topics are you interested in? What kind of contribution you are willing to assist? Not only the group, also the community, the local community where you reside, or your countrymen, or your country. So it will be good probably to try to ask those questions and see what type of responses we get, and then we try to engage the people in much more specified activities within the groundwater project and any other knowledge, shared knowledge experience. So this will be really a good challenge ahead for the time being. And as the group also grows, it will be bringing more and more people into it. So it's like feeding itself by many ways.
Yep, that's exactly. That's exactly that. It's just getting feedback and make this better by having participation of everybody and not just offering something that is ready to use, because people have ideas, and that's what we have here. We have so many people. It's not like us telling them what to do. It's actually listening to everybody and get a large participation. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. And if you're watching here, some of you that are watching, and you have ideas, we're not here preaching to everybody what to do. We're actually listeners. We want to learn because, ideas are welcome, and we can get things better by working together. Okay. A final point I would like to bring to you. And of course, since we're going to have that in a group and many people are participating, we're willing to get suggestions. We want to make the groundwater project and the initiatives that we have of working together to spread groundwater, not only to hydrogeologists, but to people outside the hydrogeology community to learn about groundwater. And we will need to have local clusters. You mentioned that in your talk, Tony. People from different countries, different cultures, they could have ideas and work as a node, for example, for the groundwater project locally, but at least that we can share information and we can grow together. So if people are watching and have suggestions on how to coordinate that, how to make that a huge endeavor for the whole world, you're welcome to help. And you're welcome to join us here in the groundwater project and the group that Tony and Luka are working at any time. So you have suggestions, Tony, about that?
I have actually one experience, lifetime experience. Once I was handling this project overseas, and the client mainly didn't have the financial resources to drill. Let's say it was about six monitoring wells. So he couldn't have the financial resources to mobilize a drilling rig to drill those monitoring wells. And he mentioned something about local people from Pakistan who can drill those wells using very basic tools. And I said, okay, but can they get to 20 meters deep? Like, I mean, we need those details. And so they ended up bringing a tripod, a pulley, a shovel,
And
and an
over.
auger, and an auger. And it was the first time that I witnessed someone drilling a well 20 meters deep using a tripod, a pulley, and an auger. And this is local experience. This is hydrogeology that we don't see in the books. This is hydrogeology that we don't see in our daily review of scientific journals. And I think this is the culture of hydrogeology. This is the practice that people used to work on for since humanity, early days of humanity. And for the future generations, it will be really good to engage the local public in communities, how they can contribute, what kind of information they can provide us from their culture. Because in the end, we have the science that supports the myths, between parentheses, that they used to believe in. So now we are able to quantify those, let's say, those myths, and we are able to visualize the science that lies behind those common practices. I think it is really good to have those like local pressure focus groups who can work, reach out, assist, coordinate, and disseminate the knowledge, and at the same time learn by sharing. So it will be really hard working days ahead, Everton, and we will try to brainstorm, me and Luka, how we can engage all the members. We have so many active members. They are from different cultures, and they are all aware of the groundwater issue now, because they are always interacting on the group. This daily interaction is really fascinating.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. It's a beautiful result that people can produce just by helping each other. It's very nice, and it's compelling. And one of the things that is quite interesting is that no money involved, right? You're just putting volunteer work, and everybody does the same, and you get a good result. That's just quite impressive. Quite impressive.
Well, at least it's a payback for me helping them in the exercises at university at certain levels. So I think they won't have any issues with that. Yes, people are kind by heart, and they are willing to assist. Also, it's not for the benefit of some remote area as well. It's also a benefit for the place where they reside, where they live, where they share a certain problem in groundwater, or a certain fear about their groundwater resource. So helping each other to find a solution, or at least to present some kind of knowledge about the solution, it will be beneficiary for all. So yes, it will be really helpful in the long term.
So this conversation is being very pleasant, and I see that we have lots of ideas, and I hope people watching us will give us way more in-depth ideas, and whatever ideas are presented would be welcome, as you're doing something so nice already. So I'd like to thank you, and I'd like you to put a final word. Please, Luka.
Exactly. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to share experiences about this kind of group, and for hopefully that many people will get to know about this group who already don't know, and engage, and maybe it will give us an opportunity to invite these people, experts in the field, who can assist these people in various ways, to join us and to engage with these people, not just to join us, but to actively participate in what we are trying to do. And I just hope that other organizations in the Groundwater project can see the opportunities of this group and use those opportunities in full. And we are open for any kind of ideas, or anyone who wants to help or to be part of this is welcome, and just need to reach out, and we will be happy to assist and to welcome anybody who wants to participate in any kind of or way.
Thank you very much, Luka. You, Tony, please, your final statement.
Yes, I will not reiterate what Luka just said. Simply, you are welcome. The Groundwater project is welcome. Dr. John Cherry is welcome. Yourself, Everton, as well, and all the committee at the Groundwater project, and all the participants. I just want to touch on one last thing. It was really a great pleasure, honestly, to find out that John Cherry's book was free to download. And this means that when you have this time and this will to assist freely, then at least you should get something free in return. Hopefully, our group will be able to disseminate the knowledge, to integrate this knowledge across the globe, and at the same time share and learn from the Groundwater project. It's a pleasure always, Everton, and hopefully will be a big aid to the project overall. Thank you so much for giving us the time, and thank you for the team as well to
Thank you
helping
very
us.
much. Thank you, guys. You're doing such a great job. I'm quite impressive with the reach that you have, and for sure we'll be working together because you're doing a beautiful work. People think that some people have some prejudice against Facebook, but can be it can be used to the good, for good causes and to create such a wonderful experience like you're doing. So I'm pretty sure we work together. And I'd like to thank you both for participating here. I'm pretty sure we'll be cooperating in the future. And if you participate in the group and you want to help with the Groundwater project, please do so. We're welcome to help. You will see that you may not get a quick answer from us because we're so few. And we need more people like you, more volunteers to help coordinate our work and just distribute the material. That's what we want to do. I'd like to thank you all for participating. Please help us making Groundwater visible by following us on social media. Now we have a participation in this huge group, which is very welcome on Facebook. So share our posts with your friends, distribute our material. Help translate our books and publications to your own language, and consider making a donation to the Groundwater project. We are a not-for-profit organization that depends on people like you. Thank you very much. We'd like you again to thank all the sponsors and all the participants. And thank you, Luka. Thank you, Tony, for such a nice work that you've been doing. You're such a good example. It's very welcome. Success to our cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Everton.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Luka.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Everton. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.